And just hours ago, one of the two former Clear Creek County Sheriff's officers entered a guilty plea in the case of 22-year-old Christian Glass. Glass was shot and killed by a sheriff's deputy. It happened in the summer of 2022 in Silver Plume.
Glass was shot and killed after crashing his car and calling 911 for help. Your reporter in the mountains, Spencer Wilson, joins us live from outside the Clear Creek County Courthouse tonight. And Spencer, today's guilty plea came from the former supervisor, not the man who pulled the trigger.
That's right. And the case for Andrew Buin, who shot and killed Christian Glass, is still set for a trial. But as of today, this leg of the criminal case is finished, with the man who is charged with being the supervisor and letting things escalate to the point where Christian was killed, now paying the price.
In the courtroom, we heard a lot of why no one should even be here today. If only 37-year-old Kyle Gould would have put a stop to what was happening that night in 2022.
When you see a group of thugs being aggressive and evil, you can't match that same sentiment. You have to be opposite.
Gould agreed to plead guilty to the charge of duty to report use of force and duty to intervene. His attorney said he's ready to accept what happened and to move on with his life.
Mr. Gould wants to move on with his life, and we were like, lucky for him, he gets to move on with his life. We're just trapped in this pain
that he caused.
We're trapped in this pain, and we haven't got respite from it. So I think that really hurts. He can just close the door and move on. We can't. We can never move on because we've lost our son forever.
Gould was sentenced to 2 years of unsupervised probation and has to pay the max fee for the charge of $1,000. Gould avoided jail time as well, even though the judge mentioned that was something she could have considered, but the family didn't see the point.
There's no point being vindictive because you can stick Mr. Gould in jail, but honestly, it's not going to bring Christian back. I think it's important that he doesn't ever serve in a position of responsibility.
And that's going to happen. Gould will not be able to serve in Colorado as a law enforcement or security professional. Christian's parents say today is a small step towards justice, but there's much more to come.
It's good in a way because there's an acceptance that something was wrong there.
Yeah.
And we just want that to happen with everyone else, and soon. It has been a long time, so I think the guilty plea is good. Apparently that's rare for a police officer to enter a guilty plea. I'm very pleased about it.
So here's where we stand right now. We have the civil case, that record-breaking civil case, now complete. We have this leg of the criminal case with this defendant also now complete. Now we're just looking for Andrew Buin for his trial that is still coming up. Now we are expecting that trial to actually be moved from Clear Creek County to a different jurisdiction, only because they're looking for an impartial jury and they may not be able to find it here. We will learn more about that in December. Michael.
Spencer, I know you tried to talk with Kyle Gould today after he accepted that plea deal, but you couldn't get to him?
That's right. And normally reporters will wait outside of a courtroom trying to ask questions with folks. That's usually the only time we get with them. In this case, the defendants, both Andrew Buin and Kyle Gould, have been ushered back through the sheriff's office, which is connected to this courtroom. And since they're both former employees, we're not sure what the situation is there, but we are unable to at least ask them questions after this, which we feel like is an important piece of this story. Granted, we could try and go seek them out ourselves, but this is where it normally happens, right here. So we are waiting for a bit of an explanation of what's going on with that as it continues to be an issue. We're hoping that doesn't continue in further criminal cases. Guys.
All right, Spencer, thank you so much.